Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited you guys are here. So for today's look, we're going to be recreating this, and it's super simple, super easy. It's not complicated at all like my other tutorial. I hope this one actually really helps you. And let's get started. Okay, so now that I'm done with both my eyebrows, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna prime my eyes. So the primer that I'm going to be using to prime my eyes is actually concealer. So I'm going to be using the Mercier Flawless Foundation Concealer in the shade 2C. So when you're working with any soft glam looks, you don't have to use a really like a white concealer. You can use a concealer that's closer to your skin tone because it's not really a bright color, so it's gonna show up on your skin either way. If you want to use a bright concealer, like a white colored concealer, that's fine too, but I prefer using a concealer that's similar to my skin tone. So I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna take my concealer brush, I'm gonna put it on there. Get as close as you can to your brow bone, but obviously don't go on your eyebrow because that just defeats the whole purpose of setting your entire eyebrow. So now that we're done applying concealer to our eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to set my eyes. Okay, so the setting powder that I'm going to be using to set my eyes is the Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. So I already have some product in there. I'm going to go ahead and take my concealer brush. I'm going to pat it a little. I don't want to get too much product on there. I'm going to go ahead and you're going to pat it on your eyelids. So what this does is that it doesn't allow your concealer to cause any creases. So when you're trying to wear this eyeshadow for like a long period of time, it doesn't crease up. So it's always good to set before you actually pack on your eyeshadow. Now that I'm done setting my eyelids, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start applying my eyeshadow. So for today's tutorial, we're going to be using the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde eyeshadow palette. And I've been using this for a while and I love the colors on it. It's super nice, it's easy to work with, super blendable. So yeah, let's get started. Okay, so the first shade that I'm going to be using is Libra. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take a tapered blending brush. And I'm going to get a little product on there. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to apply it right on top of my crease. I've gone in a couple of times and highlighted it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deepen the crease a little bit with the shade Off Balance. So I'm going to take a little product on there, and off the excess. Just want to go ahead and so what it does, it kind of gives it a definition. And purple and lilac is so in right now, especially every time I go on Instagram or I see tutorials online, everyone's doing something with purple, pink, lilac, pastel colors. So I was like, why not do a soft glam lilac look? Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deepen the crease down here. And I'm going to be using a thinner brush I'm going to be using this kind of brush. It's the MAC. Well, it's a really old brush. I think it's 210S. I've had it for a while now. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deepen my crease with this brush. And the shade I'm going to be using is Hot Mess. Literally the description of my life. Anyways, so I'm going to take a little bit of product. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to deepen the crease. So I kind of washed my brushes before this tutorial, but I kind of literally washed them on time. So kind of what's happening is like the product is there on the brush, but it's just not transferring. So I might have to blend it out with another. And one of my brushes has gone missing, which is like super weird because I just saw it. I was setting up my equipment and I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna use this brush for my crease. And then I go to the washroom to clean my brushes and I come back and it's gone. Like, has it ever happened to you guys? Okay, so now that I've kind of diffused it, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna blend it. So I'm gonna use the same brush that I used for my crease. I'm gonna go in with the same Hot Mess. Tap off the excess, and I'm gonna blend it in. Product isn't blending on this side of my eye, so if that ever happens to you, what you can do is you can tap in the product and show you a little trick actually. So if the product isn't blending into your eye as you want it to blend, you just go in and tap the product. And obviously, there's not much of a gradient at that point. So you can go in with another color and kind of blend them both together to create a gradient. Okay, so now I'm gonna wipe off the shade. And I'm going to use the shade Off Balance. So I'm going to go in the shade Off Balance. And I'm just going to blend it in and smooth it out. So if you ever feel like one of your colors isn't blending as it's supposed to, you can always just tap in the product and then go ahead and blend it in with another color. That usually works. I don't know why. Sometimes products just don't tend to blend. I don't know if it's just the formula or just the color, or I don't know what it is. It just doesn't blend. So now you can go ahead with the shade Off Balance. And I'm not too worried about the ends because I know I'm going to fill it up with another color when I cut my crease anyways. Alright, so now that I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut my crease. So I'm going to be using a flat brush. Okay, so now that I'm done cutting my crease, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put a glitter. But before I put on the glitter, I'd like to fill in the ends of my crease. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use the shade Vortex. I'm just gonna take a little bit of it. I'm just gonna put it, I'm gonna tap it on towards the end. And don't worry, we're gonna blend it in later. But right now you just want to tap it on. So now that we're done tapping on the product, I'm going to go ahead and I think I'm going to use the shade Ultraviolet. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to, with Huda Beauty palettes, I find that especially when working with glitters, it's nice to use your fingers instead of the brush because the brush really doesn't pick up much product, I find. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to press it where I cut my crease. And don't worry about how harsh the end looks. We're gonna blend it on. We're gonna blend it in. Sorry. Brain burp. Okay. So you kind of want to pack as much shade as you can, as much glitter as you can on there. Okay, so I think I've packed enough. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go in with a shade that's a little bit lighter than this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take a mix of Hotness and Vortex, tap off the excess, and just, you know, lightly blend it in. And you kind of want to just kind of go back and forth when you're blending it in, so it gives you that smoother gradient. Go ahead and I'm going to fill in the ends over here. And you want to blend it in as well, so it doesn't look super odd. What I'm gonna do is I kind of want to even out the gradient that's over there because it just looks super harsh right now. So I'm gonna go ahead with a lighter color. The color that I'm gonna go with is Momentum. So it's super light. What it's gonna do is gonna buff out the ends, and you kind of want to tap off the excess, and you just want to go. So what it's gonna do is gonna lighten out the outsides so it doesn't look super dark and uneven. So I'm gonna do that a couple more times. So now that I'm done this eye, I'm going to go ahead and do this eye, and I'm going to be right back. Okay, so now that I'm done both sides of my eye, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to make the glitter pop a little bit more. And how I'm going to do that is I'm going to pack on another glitter shade from the same palette. So I'm going to go in with the shade Nebula. And this is a very, like, if you can see, it's a very pressed glitter. It's not a monochromatic glitter, it's just a pressed glitter. So I'm gonna go ahead and, oh my god, there's so much fallout. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lightly press it just on top of it. It doesn't get inside my eye or anything. So I'm just gonna press it on. So it just kind of gives that extra oomph, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do the same on this side. So maybe don't do that step. I mean, it's up to you, I guess. And my hands are just all glittery and everything. Okay, but that's fine. So next, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my eyeliner. Okay, so now that I'm done my eyeliner, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my false lashes. And I'm gonna be using my Velour false lashes for today's look. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them on and I'll be right back. So now that I have my lashes on, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my full face and I'm gonna be right back. Okay, so now that my lipstick is done, my look is complete. And so this is my final look. And I hope you guys like this tutorial and I hope it helped you. And if you try out this look, let me know. I love how this came out. I'm gonna put in some close-up shots as well of the eye makeup and whatnot. But if you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to my channel, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your friends. And if you do try out this look, don't forget to tag me in your pictures. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!